Hello and welcome back to the Bielsa Stand YouTube channel. Tonight it is Middlesbrough versus Leeds United at the Riverside Stadium. So today we'll go over my match preview, Middlesbrough last few matches and all that kind of good stuff. So Middlesbrough, where are they in the league compared to Leeds? Middlesbrough are currently 9th place on 63 points. They haven't lost in at least their last 5 games. They've drawn their last 2 games. They won 2 before that. They are having some good form. They've played some tough matches recently. They obviously drew against Ipswich, who is also trying to get those automatic positions as well as Leeds United. They drew against Hull, they beat Swansea, they beat Sheffield, they drew against Southampton, also getting closer to that automatic position. They've drawn against Middlesbrough, they actually won against Birmingham, they won against QPR, they won against Norwich. They are on an unbeaten run since the 2nd of March, where they lost against Stoke City. So as I say, they are on a fantastic run of form. They are at home. Luke Hayling's been playing for them since January. Obviously, I don't think he can play against Leeds. Neither can Sam Greenwood because of the loan contracts and playing against Parents Club. So, yeah, it's going to be a good match, I reckon. I mean, Middlesbrough are a good team, as I say. They got some good quality players. I mean, the players that played against that Ipswich team included Ayling, as we know. Is he great quality? Not anymore, but he has been in the past. Lewis O'Brien obviously been linked to Leeds previously before making his move to Nottingham Forest and Washington DC, and I think now he's on loan to Middlesbrough. They've got others like Clark, Dieng, Jones, Howson, obviously started his career at Leeds United, Johnny Howson. They got Luke Thomas, they've got McCabe, they've got Sonny Fish, they've got Alex Gilbert, they've got Bangora. So, I mean, quite a good squad. And the main man up front, Laff, who actually scored against Leeds last time, is obviously a good player for them. He's been scoring this season for them. I mean, he's got 12 goals so far this season. So, I mean, if we go back to the Middlesbrough versus Leeds match back in December, because we did play against them on December the 2nd at Ellen Road. Leeds United won that 3-2. They did get a red card. This was the game when Daniel James scored in the 5th minute. Somerville scored in the 7th minute. However, before we scored, Middlesbrough got an early goal before us in the 3rd minute to make it 1-0 to Borough through Emmanuel Laff in the 3rd minute. As I say, then Joe Perreault scores a penalty in this match, and then Laff scores again. So actually it ended up 3-2. This match, Leeds United obviously won that match, which was always good. Look, we had more shots, we had more possession. Leeds United were the better team in that game, let's be honest. But as I say, this is away. It's going to be tough, and we need to pick up points. We haven't won in our last 3 games. Ipswich obviously are just above us on 89 points. Leicester on 91 points. Leeds United are on 87th, with Southampton somehow clawing their way back on 84 points. They're only 3 points away from Leeds United. However, they did lose their last match. If they won their last match, they would have been on the same points as us, and they would have caught up amazingly. They've been on good form. However, we would have had a better goal difference, so we would have still been 3rd. But as I say, I think Leicester are promoted anyway, automatically promoted, with 4 points behind them with 3 games to go. They won their last game, so I think they're more or less going up in automatics. It's going to be us or Ipswich. I think Ipswich may get automatics. It's going to be tough. It may come to the last game of the season against Southampton. Southampton may get automatics on that day. We don't know. But it looks like Leeds United will get playoffs, if not automatics. I mean, we're definitely getting playoffs. We've got enough points for that. But playoffs, we all know what happens with Leeds United in playoffs. We don't have a good history in playoffs. And I think it'll be Leeds versus Southampton in the final. Southampton scoring 1-0 in the 92nd minute. If we do get into the playoffs. But, I mean, there's still a chance for us to get automatic promotions. But, as I say, Middlesbrough haven't lost in their last few games. they obviously started the season pretty poorly. Who remembers? I mean, they were at bottom of the league after 10 games or something like that, and then somehow Michael Carrick has got them playing again for him. So you know what? Fair enough to Michael Carrick. At Middlesbrough, he's got 2 Leeds players in Sam Greenwood and Luke Ayling. Yes, they are still Leeds players, even though Ayling's contract is going to run out. And it was nice to see him at the Player Awards last week. Now, let's talk about bottom of the table. Rotherham are relegated, 24 points. It is tough down there. Plymouth are fighting for their lives. Sheffield, Birmingham, Huddersfield, all in 3 points from each other. I think QPR and Up are safe, and Blackburn, who obviously beat Leeds. Plymouth are in danger as well. So, I mean, there's a lot to play for those last few teams in the relegation battle, as well as the top 2 in the Championship. So it's not like one of those seasons where all teams don't have anything to play for. There's still a lot to play for. There's still 3 games. This is a huge game, you know. Huge game. And it's going to be tough. I mean, we haven't had the form recently. So can Daniel Farke get these players performing again? We really hope so. Because, as I say, we've had some disappointing results against Blackburn, Coventry, and all this kind of stuff. And it's no good. We need to change our thing. We need to change our form, and hopefully we'll get a win. Now, let's go to Daniel Farke's press conference regarding this match. He says Connor Roberts has a muscle problem, so he won't be in the squad. He's injured. Clarkson is not injured. Obviously, he had a car crash earlier on last week, unfortunately. Thankfully, he's okay. So that's that. Obviously, Christopher John, the coach who got red carded in that Blackburn match, is going to miss the match at Riverside because of his red card. Now, he was asked about the promotion race and the pressure. He says, we're heading into the crunch time period. To stay cool is obvious, and important thing is to have the quality of players, a bit of luck, and to be focused on what you can influence. He did say, however, he's not feeling any pressure from the boardroom, the 49ers, Angus Kinnear. He says, just backing and trust from the owners. We are in a privileged position and we want to use it. We are having a top-class season with a remarkable points tally. We have been by far the best team in the second half of the season. We are more or less leading the league. The lads are playing fantastic. So he's more than confident in the form that Leeds United have been playing. Now, Middlesbrough is one of those teams who aren't playing for anything because they can't reach the playoffs. However, as Farke says, they are unbeaten. They've had some very good wins and very good performances in recent weeks. He expects them to still be highly motivated. So yeah, it's going to be tough. And regarding Teesside, he says it's going to be a tough game. And Daniel Farke knows that Leeds United will have to be at their very best to get a result. Then, regarding German clubs in European competition, he agrees that they have had a fantastic season. Obviously, Bayer Leverkusen unbeaten, won the Bundesliga under Xavi Alonso, semi-finals in the Europa League, aren't they? Fantastic for them. Bayern Munich obviously beating Arsenal in the Champions League as well, and reaching the semi-finals. But he said something about the owners and investing in the youth. Then he said about Ilan Meslier is young but experienced, because he added about the lineup for the last squad and all this kind of stuff, saying, yeah, we've got a lot of young players, obviously. Archie Gray, Nanto's only 20, Rutter's 22, Perot's 24, Somerville's 21, Gruev is still young, Rodon and even Amptu are more experienced, but they're still fairly young, and they say they don't want to buy success, they want to build it. I don't want to be in the Premier League for 1 year spending money, then out of it for the next 10. We want to be there for a long time. So he believes that this squad can help us achieve promotion and help us stay in the Premier League, because they're still a young squad and they can build and grow together. So that's some words from Mr. Fark. And now my prediction for this. Now let's have a look. Middlesbrough have a 22% win probability. To draw, it's going to be 23%. Leeds United have a 55% win probability. Now let's have some stats for you. Middlesbrough have lost each of their last 3 games against Leeds United. Wow. But they've never lost 4 times in a row. Leeds United have just won 1 of their last 4 league games against Middlesbrough. 1 draw, 2 losses. Middlesbrough have just won their last 2 of their last 10 home games against Yorkshire teams. Interesting. Leeds United have lost just 1 of their last 8 away games, keeping 5 separate clean sheets, although they did lose their last away match 2-1, obviously against Coventry City. Rutter has provided 6 assists from home in the Championship this season. Now, lineup, I think Meslier will be there. I think Archie Gray will probably play at right back, especially with Connor Roberts being injured. I think Ampadu and Rodon will play centre back. Left back will probably see Firpo. Don't think Sam Byron will be starting this match. Midfield will probably see the likes of Gruev and Kamara. Then attacking options will see James, Nonto, Bamford and Somerville. And I'm going to go for a 2-0 result to Leeds. I think Leeds will win. I think Somerville will go on the score sheet. And I think Rutter will be on the score sheet. That's my prediction, I think. Anyway, let us know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Remember to check us out on social media. And I'll catch you later.